We're early. Good. Okay.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I speak with Casey today for the very first time.
And I really wanted to make sure that I cover this point. One is that I have a 24-hour rule. Like I have been hit with an IRS audit. I've been hit with lawsuits for millions. I've been hit with things that feel insurmountable when you first get them. And for 24 hours, like up until the day you wake up, I've allowed myself the grace to, whether it's cry, whether it's fucking, I can't believe it, to just give all of that emotion, whatever it may be. But I do not allow myself to let it impact the day after, because the day after is when you wake up and you recognize this is your moment. There's a reason why you signed up for this. There's a reason why you get to tell everyone you're an entrepreneur or CEO, or does not matter, but you're in that spot for today. And today, it's not yesterday, it's today. Today is solution time. Today is start working through it. Today is start to move in a direction, because what I will not allow myself to do is bury my head in the sand. Whatever the issue is, whatever the problem is, it's not going to be where it's going to be like turn your head the other way. 2010 or 11 was when I started New Venture Escrow, which is the company that I'm pretty much here for now, was down to $100 in my account, and was sitting in a Vistage group very similar in size to this, in a group that I had been in for probably 4 or 5 years, and they were, for the most part, were riding the wave of success with me, and was sitting in front of them, and I was in tears, and I was completely broken as a leader. I sat in this meeting and I basically said, I'm just not worthy of being in this group. I have absolutely nothing to offer. And a group about this size looked at me and said, well, if not now, then when? And I remember they just said, hey, you just got to stick in the meeting. You just got to stay in the game. You got to keep your head in the game. And they were kind of coaching me on the one day, almost like an alcoholic. You like, just get through one day. And then you start to see like light at the end of the tunnel at some point. But I do remember like what you do in those moments of true, maybe chaos in your head or confusion. It was certainly helpful, whether it's a group or coach, or some sort of sphere of people that you can talk to, some group or friend that has some experience, to be able to see through maybe some of the emotion of what that looks like. But I do remember going through the depths of that time, which was, several months to maybe a year. And that's the thing that really does motivate me still today, is just going through some of those things that was invaluable for me long-term, but certainly in the moment feels completely overwhelming. Our service should be as good or better. Everybody's pricing is all very, very similar. So you have to find areas in which you can add value to the real estate community and or seller to get business. I know that I'm not going to be able to offer him what he wants, but if we can meet and he can see the energy and the passion and what I wanted to do with the business, then I think he would start to, what I call, get a little bit drunk on the deal. And that was really where he started to get excited, is when we went to the meeting. I didn't tell him, hey, I only have $10,000 in my bank account. But what I did was make sure I was really energetic and excited, and I had a plan prior to the meeting. So I flew out to Boise, had the meeting, but I don't mean to interrupt, but it was the creativity around that.